We feed our own children organic food, but when it comes to coffee, the story is completely different. In Europe, we are constantly asked by highly educated, conscious roasters about why we do not incentivize strict organic farming. The organic mission is noble, and when it comes to fresh berries or vegetables, avoiding chemicals makes perfect sense. But coffee operates under an entirely different biological reality, and pushing a strict organic mandate onto small producers can easily lead to financial catastrophe. To understand why coffee is unique, you have to look at how the plant grows. First of all, the actual coffee bean is deeply nestled and protected inside the layers of the cherry fruit, meaning the bean itself has minimal direct exposure to external inputs. Second, coffee operates on a slow, sensitive, multi-year life cycle that naturally fluctuates between high and low-yield years. Because a coffee tree takes at least 3 years just to start producing, a farmer cannot easily pivot if a harvest fails. If something goes wrong, the recovery period takes years. We watched this play out in our home region of Minas Gerais about 15 years ago. Encouraged by global demand, some of the smartest, most forward-thinking farmers we knew transitioned their estates to strict organic production. On paper, the math seemed tempting because organic coffee commands a premium. But the reality is that operating costs run about 10% higher due to intensive manual labor, upfront certification fees are expensive, and your total crop yield immediately drops by about 30%. This leaves a razor-thin margin for error. The ultimate downfall of strict organic farming is the unpredictable threat of a major pest or plant disease outbreak. When a crisis hits an organic plantation, yields plummet, bean sizes deteriorate, and the trees take years to recover. For farmers who took on bank debt to finance their transition, this sudden drop in cash flow is fatal. They cannot pay back their loans, they lose their consistency, and many of our friends ultimately went bankrupt. A crisis that could have been quietly contained with a small, targeted dose of crop protection, the agricultural equivalent of giving antibiotics to a sick child, instead became a catastrophic failure. That is why we believe the true future of sustainable coffee is not strict organic certification, but rather the smart adoption of biological inputs that naturally build resilient ecosystems without risking a farmer's survival.